All right, so I'm going to walk you through this last principle so you know from beginning to end how to create one. Okay, if you have questions, you can type them in the chat, and when I'm done, I'll do my best to answer each one of them. Okay, so for this activity, as you can see, I've already done 6 of the 7 principles. So if I'm at this point where I'm already almost done, what I can very easily do is if I click on a picture and then I hold down my shift key, I can click each of these and then let go of my shift key, right click and copy, and then right click and paste. And so now all I really need to do is change the text and change the picture, and this one is done. Okay, but I'm going to assume that some of you haven't started at all. And so I'm going to show you from beginning to end how to create one of these posters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And I chose a background that's, you can't really see it now. It does kind of look a little bit like blood. I can agree with that. But it is supposed to be red, white, and blue to kind of go with the theme, right? And as you can see, I've decided that my background for my text boxes are going to be blue, my text is going to be white, and the border is going to be red. And so that's what I'm going to kind of stick with for the rest of my boxes. Okay. So my last principle that I have here is individual rights. So I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to make this to 100% so you can see the work that I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So I want to first start by making a text box. So I'm going to click on the text box up here. And I'm going to make a text box that's about the same size as what I've already got here. Now, obviously, because of that background, I'm not going to be able to see any text. So that's why I'm going to fill in the color. So I'm going to go to my fill color, my little paint can, and I'm going to select a color. Okay. I need to change the border because I've decided that my border is going to be red. And I like it to be kind of thick. So it's 3 pixels. So again, red for the border color and the border weight, how thick the border is, I chose 3. Okay. Now, again, because I've chosen a dark background, like my directions said, if I have a dark background, whoops. If I have a dark background, I want to have a light colored text. Okay. So because I've chosen a dark background for my text box, I want to have a light color. The lightest color is white. So I'm going to select white. Okay. And I also need to change the font because I don't like the standard font. So I'm going to change it to something else. And then the last thing I need to do to set up my text box is I need to go center align it. And then I want it to be in the center of the box here. All right, so I should be ready to go. Okay, so my next one is individual rights. Now what's great is I have this one box and now I can use that copy and paste because I've got the box color I want, I've got the box border I want, I have the font, everything set. So rather than do that same thing all over again, I'm going to Command C or copy, and then I'm going to paste. So Command C and then B. So now I'm going to align it to underneath. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And now all I need is to change this to the explanation of what individual rights means. Now on your list of resources, the best resource that I found is the first one and the last one. So I'm going to use this last one because the last one has all of the information that I need for this assignment. So what I need is an explanation, which I can get, the articles in the Constitution where I can find that principle, And then, and all of that stuff is in this last resource. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm on individual rights. So here's individual rights. This is the definition. So I'm going to use the definition. And I'm going to use their description. Okay, super simple. The Constitution protects individual rights such as freedom of speech, freedom of religion, etc. Unalienable rights guaranteed to all citizens. Now I need to know the articles, which again, I can find directly from this document. Okay, so I'm going to copy that first box again. So copy and then paste. And then the articles are here, Preamble and Bill of Rights. So that's it. That's all I have to do to create the text boxes for this activity. The last thing I need to do is find a picture, and I can see that I'm deciding to use a white frame. So I'm going to make sure I change the border to white. So I've gone here and I've already started searching for pictures, and something that I think would be a good picture. Let's see. Trying to find a picture that doesn't say Bill of Rights, because that doesn't really tell me. So that's a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and then copy and go back to my document and paste. It's going to be huge. So I'm going to go back to my smaller version and I'm going to resize it. Still a little bit smaller. And then go back up. So now if I try to resize it this way, it smushes the words and I don't really like that. So I'm going to undo that and I'm going to keep it this size, and then I'm going to resize these so that they're all similar in width. And then this already has a white background, so I don't need to add a white border to it. And now this is done, and I'm finished with this activity. So those are the step-by-steps on how to create one of these principles for your poster. There's another video on the assignment page that's going to show you how to submit it, because we're not submitting on Canvas, we're submitting in a different way. So please make sure that if you are done, that you watch that video so you know how to submit your activity. Okay.